Yeah. Please subscribe the channel. Click on bell button for notification. Hi friends, welcome to Tech ArkIT YouTube channel. My name is Ravi. In this video session, we are going to see that how you can install your operating system automatically. Like, you no need to select anything. Example, say that while installing your operating system, what you will select is that what is your keyboard language, and your what is your system language, and what are the packages are required, and what is the time zone, and what is the username and password, and what are the users you have to create, how many packages you have to install, how many partitions you have to do. All this stuff you manually define and install it. Example, say that if you want to install a one or two systems, that's okay, you can just simply manually select and install it. But example, say that I have a hundreds of systems, like I have servers which are newly, I'm just establishing a new data center, so I wanted to install 30 to 40 systems or 100 to 200 systems. So if you want to install those systems manually, it will take a lot of time, and you require maybe a multiple number of CDs you have to burn it, and all the systems if you install it also, those are not be a consistent manner. Like some packages you may select on one system, or some packages you may not select on other system, so that there's going to be a not a constant installation, so that's going to be different installations. Like individual systems cannot be compared each other, so the installation is goes little different than that system to this system. But if you'd like to install this systems with consistently, like all systems should be intact and should be the same packages and same servers and same things you wanted to do that, then how you can do using this method. So that is a method called Kickstart Installation. So the Kickstart Installation is nothing but what we will do is that while installing you will select all these things, right? Like time zone, keyboard, how many process, like how many partitions you would like to create, or how many users you would like to create, or how many packages you wanted to install, all this stuff. So we will write a auto answer file, and that auto answer file can be embedded into your one of the server, and packages can be shared to the all the servers using the HTTP protocol or NFS protocol or FTP protocol, anything. In this scenario we are using HTTP. But there is also another method called is that you can also include that auto answer kickstart file into the CD itself and make an ISO, so that whenever you put that CD, so it will automatically install. You don't need to select anything, just finding out that kickstart file will work for us. So this way we are going to do a lot of things like automating the operating system installation, so no need to do anything. Okay, installing more than one servers or two servers, it saves a lot of time for you to do a things, and multi-distribution also supported. Example, say that if you want to install a Red Hat distribution or CentOS distribution, or maybe a Ubuntu distribution or different servers, so you can do that. Or maybe you have some PostScript, like scripts you already have in place to make your server hardened and your server optimized way to install all the stuff, you can do using this PostScripts installation. Can PostScripts also you can include into this configuration file, so that what happens, that can automatically do your stuff. HTTP server, so m install httpd star, or httpd is also enough, so it's a local installation, that's why I put a star. The packages is going to be installed over here. Okay, now httpd package just got installed successfully. Just install one more package called system config kickstart. So this is the kickstart configuration package which required to install your configure a graphical user interface for the auto answer file creation. Done. Now what we are going to do here, it is that we are going to do a, first of all, auto configuration file we are going to generate over here. Okay, so that's the, if you want to launch that kickstart configuration file, system config kickstart is the command which will launch your graphical user interface over here, kickstart configurator. So here you have to select it and save into the file. So first of all, default language is going to be USA and keyboard is US English, and time zone, what is the time zone you have to select. So time zone you have to select which time zone you are in. So example, here I am in IST, so I have to select the IST over here, Asia Kolkata. And password, you have to specify the password over here, and the same password would be encrypted because nobody can see this encrypted password. After system installation, it's going to be reboot. And installation method is going to be a HTTP, and here you have to write your HTTPD path, HTTP location path over here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to capture this IP address. Okay, 192.168.2.50 is my location, right? So here just write http:// this IP address, and this is what, if you want to put it on the default location, or else if you want to do something different, then you have to use the different path. So I'm just using this default path over here. Maybe if you have the directory, maybe if you want to create some directory over here, you can also create something like DVD dump, something like this. So I just say DVD. So this is the path you have to remember, you have to give while you are dumping your packages. Okay, now bootloader. So I wanted to install the bootloader. So do you want to set any grab password while installing? So you can do that. Install the bootloader as a master configuration. Okay, and partition information. So this partition information can not be a LVM, so it's a standard partition you have to use. Okay, just say that clear master boot record. If you already have the master boot record on the system, it's clear it and remove all the partitions, remove all existing partitions and initialize the disk. Okay, and add the partitions, something like this. So I would like to say that slash, and I would say slash etc. Okay, ext4 is the partition I would like to say, and this, the root partition, it's going to be a example, say that I would like to take it up 5000 MB. Okay, 5000 MB for slash, and I'm going to use boot as a ext4, and I'm going to use it for 500 MB in size. Okay, and maybe I'm going to use a var ext4 partition, and I'm going to use maybe a 1000 MB, 1 GB in size. And if you'd like to say that maybe a swap partition I would like to say here, maybe I would like to say that 2 GB in size. Okay, that's it. So those are the default partition I required, slash and slash boot slash home and swap. That's it, it does not require much. And network configuration, maybe if you would like to say that add network device. Okay, network device may be like ETH0 and obtain the IP address from DHCP, because you cannot allocate the static IP address for all the systems to be a same IP address. Okay, and authentication. So do you have any authentication enabled already, then you can use this authentication here. So what happens if you use this authentication, which is going to be joined to your LDAP or Kerberos or SMB configuration or anything you can use over here. So I do not have any, that's why I use this default password configuration is just SHA-256 or SHA-512 bit to encrypt your password. And firewall configuration, so for now I don't want to configure any firewall. I'm just disabling SE Linux and firewall over here. Later point of time also you can switch on or switch off your firewall. Okay, display configuration. So how we'd like to install a graphical environment. Do you want a graphical environment? You say select this one, yes, or else you don't want, you just remove this one. Okay, so package installation, how many packages you would like to install over here. Okay, so that is going to be select. And do you want to run any installation scripts, pre-installation scripts before installing the operating system? Do you want to run anything, or post installation script? Okay, you can use this anything. So I don't want to use any post scripts over here. Okay, just see as it is, that's it. I don't want to run anything. Now file, save this file, and where you wanted to save this file. So I'm just going to over here root, in the default root I'm just going to save this case.configuration file. That's it. Now our default case configuration file is generated. Okay, let's say this case.cfg file, this is the configuration file. You can see this, the default path and all this. See this encrypted password, reboot equal to yes, all the stuff. See this, where is the your URL? Actually this is the URL. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to dump this entire DVD into the default location of my web service. Before that, what you have to do is that we are just going to start HTTPD service, because the HTTPD service is required for me to configure the DVD dump. Okay, now my web service is started, just verify it. Okay, and I ensure that the firewall and SE Linux would be stopped or in disabled state, because I don't want to stop. Okay, set and force and see status. This is going to be a permissive. Now /etc SE Linux and configuration file. So here I would like to disable this SE Linux. Of course, until unless you reboot this SE Linux, it won't be disabled. Okay, but anyway I'm just setting to the permissive mode, that's why it won't stop anything. And system ctl, sorry, firewall -cmd -permanent -add service http and https. Now reload. Right, I just added the firewall exception over that. Copy -rv/mnt star 2/var www html and dvd. So here copy entire content which is going to be copied to that drive. So in meanwhile what you can do is you can simply copy this case.file. Okay, copy case.cfg to /var www html and dvd. And go to that path. See this, the content is copying still. We have to wait for the the entire DB to copy complete. Now you can see that the entire content has been copied. So you can just simply go to this var www.html and dvd and see that the entire content has been copied over here, and our default configuration file, the cast auto answer file, also is copied into the same location over here. Now you don't need to start anything over here, just go to the new system in the sense, we do not have any new system over here, but what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to create a new virtual machine over here. Let's say that my new virtual machine, I just create Linux, and let's say Red Hat 7, and say that Kickstart client, right? And one processor, I'm just going to give here 2, and default configuration, and create disk, maybe store in a single file, and see this custom hardware, and I'm going to map my ISO file over here. ISO okay, and say close and finish, and my VM is going to be powered on, right? Say power on, and my VM is going to be powered on over here, and stop over here. Okay, and here do not do like install or troubleshoot anything, just press escape. So after pressing the escape, so what you have to do, you have to point your this installation file, the Kickstart installation file over here, so that the installation begins automatically. Say Linux http://192.168.2.50/dvd/ks.cfg file. So this is the path should be accessible to your anytime. So whenever you would like to access from anywhere, it should be accessible, then only you can see this. So like this, you could able to see this kfg.cfg file configuration, so that your configuration is working fine. Okay, so here what you can do is that Linux ks equal to http://192.168.2.50 our server, and path is dvd/ks.cfg file. Enter. So now what it's going to do is that using that ks.cfg file, it's going to load this configuration, the whatever the configuration is going to be load as a default. So we are not going to touch anything, just in the graphical mode we just see that, that's it. The installation is keeps running, and we do not touch anything, it automatically installs, and it would be ready with the operating system. See this, we did not do anything. Software selection source changed, so it was saying that source changed, please verify. See this, the installation beginning from here, http:192.168.2.50, and it's going to be a minimal installation, and the custom configuration partitions, all this is coming from there itself. I did not do anything. See this, date and all the stuff came, and say just begin installation, that's it. See this, the root password also is set, I did not set anything. So now the Kickstart kicks in, and it will install and configure your partition and all the packages. It's going to be installed. let's wait for some time. So the package is going to be installed and it would be finished within some time. As you can see now, 200 packages already installed. See now, it's performing post installation step tasks. See, now it is generating the RAM FS, initial RAM FS file system. The installation completes. So we say that in configuration that after installation reboot it. So it's rebooted. Now you can see this, the operating system has been installed and it is starting your virtual machine. Now just whatever the username password you have given, just give that username and password, and now see this, whatever the configuration we given, that is the valid configuration over here. See this, 500 MB we given for boot and 1 GB we given for home and slash we given 5 GB. So this is the minimum configuration part, minimum configuration we given, and that is there. And now we can type free-m. You can see this swap space 2 GB we have given. Similar, all this configuration has been set it up and your machine is ready to use. That's it. That's for installing and configuring the Kickstart configuration file or auto answering file, which you can use for installing the n number of servers with the intact configuration. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos and courses. If you want any further links or the documentation, look it up in the comments. Please follow us on social networking sites. If you have any technical related questions, you can ask.